No, but now it's a draw.
Yeah, something tells me he was a little too strong. He was a little too strong for his level, but okay.
So what we have? What's this?
Connect again my screen share. I don't know why it got disconnected, but I'm connecting. Okay, my move already. Okay.
What is this game?
I don't know whom am I playing and why, but I hope I'm connected again now. Okay, this Karakan knight f6 is now very popular. Okay, this.
Okay.
What should I do here? Okay, let's try to play. There is some random, quite idiotic move actually. Knight bishop e3.
Okay.
Ready for it. Okay. This bishop d3, then there's some small idea to have maybe the knight on e2 at some point. So maybe long castle first, and then maybe to develop my knight to e2 or f4 knight f3 at some point. That was a.
This is the volume's too low. No, the volume's at max. I can up it a little bit for you guys, but the arrows are missing. This is the first problem with this commentary. The arrows are missing. It's interesting it says knight e2 because knight f3 is of course the main line here, but anyway, let's keep going.
The point why I've started bishop e3, but just to also to get out of theory somehow. I'm not really sure if it's working, if my stream is working, but okay. Now for some reason I don't see my camera. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me play this game and then I try to fix it somehow.
Volume is good, yeah. Oh man.
Bishop d6. Okay, let's try.
He's doing well. He's up on time here. It's a good game.
4 exchange. Knight here. Where should I put my queen? d3 or f3? I don't know. Okay, let's put it on f3.
Okay, this looks normal. Normal game.
Sorry for inconvenience if it doesn't work, my thing, but knight e2, yeah, it's a little strange setup, but makes sense. Now c4, maybe it's not so bad, because usually the knight is on f3 in this position. This setup is quite unusual, but I kind of like it.
The commentary is not quite it. I'm going to be honest. It's just not quite it, if I'm being honest, because when we look at this commentary, it's a little bit too simplistic, too vanilla. It's lacking the arrows. It's lacking that like impressive prowess you expect when you see like a top level grandmaster, former world chess champion playing. So the analysis is a little bit lacking. I'm going to be honest. It's just kind of lacking so far.
It's like a very decent version of very typical Caro-Kann positions. I want knight c3, and then yeah, if e5 d5 always. So black is quite passive here, but solid. Though not easy to find counterplay for black. Because by the way, king b8 doesn't work because of c5 and then bishop f4.
Arrows required. Arrows required. Arrows required.
So what should I do next? Knight c3. He has maybe bishop b4.
But he doesn't actually not to be a spoiler, not to play the spoiler alert. But I believe that Kramnik does not win this game, even though he's up like 50 seconds here, and he's got a great position.
Knight c3. Knight c3 looks logical. cd knight b5 looks quite dangerous for black. And if a6, then, well, even d5 is good, or maybe I can try to organize some attack, even like knight a4. A strange move, but dangerous one, yeah? Knight a4. Okay, a bit strange, but...
Looks pretty normal.
Let him think.
I mean, he's up like a minute 50 seconds. I mean, close to 2 minutes on the clock.
If d7, if cd bishop takes d4, I want
he's
bishop
up 2 minutes
d6,
on the clock.
so
Looks like he's going to win this game, right? I mean,
d7,
he's just outplaying this 2600, right?
And if bishop c5, rook takes d7, if knight c5, rook takes d6, but he has knight takes a4, then maybe I have rook takes a6.
Here we go, you guys. Here comes Kramnik with the classic grandmaster look away. Here comes Kramnik with a classic Grandmaster look away. And this is where I'm going to tell you guys, if you have watched any video of top Grandmasters and over-the-board chess specifically, not even online, you'll notice the way that Grandmasters calculate is they look away from the board. So that's the first thing that's actually very important to note, because like people say these things, they make all these jokes, they're like, oh, people aren't looking at the screen. It's because when you calculate, you look away. Like I don't know the psychological explanation behind it, but that's what everybody does, is they look away from the board. So here he's looking to his left. Maybe he'll look to the right next time. Maybe he'll look up at the ceiling next time.
King d7, rook d1, check, king d7. No. Okay, but here, I mean, how is he going to defend against bishop b6?
He's just outplaying him, right? How does he not win this game? Seriously.
I can get a better endgame if I want. I don't know if I have more than just a better endgame. I can try to continue in the middle game, but I don't see.
I mean, queen c6 must be the only move, right?
Very
only move that probably. But he's up a minute and a half here. He's up like so much time.
Sake of
bishop b6, rook d1, rook d1, queen c6 here. Probably. That's what'll happen.
Okay, bishop b6. Then he wants to take on d1 and play queen c6, and
exactly.
Maybe it's not too bad, yeah. And if I go knight b6,
but he's up so much time here.
Okay, bishop b6, take.
He's up like a minute 30 even here.
d3, maybe trying to mate him, but he has queen e4. Okay, whatever. I just play the move and then I see. Okay, takes queen c6. The problem if I take, we exchange, then he has this.
H5
but maybe
pawn.
I can have, because h5 is hanging.
Yes, okay.
I would like to play for attack actually. Okay, I don't see how, because queen d3, queen e4 he has. Okay, takes, and then I wanted to play like bishop a5 and trying to get knight b6. Or
reasonable.
c5. Okay, let's go to a5. I'm not sure I did it well, but must still have some advantage. Yeah, this is annoying.
Now, one thing here that I do want to point out, actually, to his credit, you know, all the jokes aside, one thing I do want to point out to his credit here, and this is very important to note, is like even Kramnik, when he's playing the game, one thing that he does is the exact same as me, is he's very unsure of the position. And that is one of those things that has changed a lot in modern day chess. When you look at players who play the games, they should be very uncertain about the position. You generally don't hear them say that they're very convinced, or it's like, okay, this is just winning just because it's winning. Like even Kramnik here is not 100% sure. He's like, I think it's better, but I don't really know. And that's one of the things that computers really have done to chess, is they've humbled us to where it's like you don't actually believe in yourself anymore. You think it's good, maybe it's good, but you never really actually believe, because computers have shown that every freaking position is always defendable.
Knight c5. My daughter comes back from school in the very wrong moment. a5, I was thinking maybe to go g4.
Oh no.
I've spoiled part of my advantage, but I think game can be better. But maybe I should even try to play like b4. Okay, I'm sorry, I will run very quickly to open the door for my daughter.
Oh no. So here goes his time advantage, right? So now he's probably going to get flagged or something insane.
Thing to do in
oh no, he only lost like 15 seconds.
Came back from school. Yeah, a3, that was my plan, because his king is a bit vulnerable. King c7. Okay, my idea was to play f3.
Yeah, f3, g4, okay, small edge.
He takes, yeah, that I wanted to take and
probably just a draw
play g4,
though.
But then he gets g6, yeah? No, not immediately. Okay, I have some advantage in this endgame, but it's not easy at all.
Probably it's a draw, because black can go g6, h5 and create an outside pawn.
94 maybe. That was my idea.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure I'm winning this pawn endgame.
There might have been a very interesting idea with
g5
g5 takes h6 maybe that could have been winning, but it's hard to play without analyzing it really in depth.
Takes, gh,
c7, king c7.
Probably it must be a draw, but I don't know. No point to calculate actually.
Okay. King b3,
okay,
I
king
assume.
d3.
Or king d3,
Let
okay.
him
He's going to run to the outside here, b5.
But this, I thought b5, shouldn't I be winning after b5? King d4, f5, take b6, king d5, take king d5, king d6. Up,
you win by
no.
a tempo, yes. So b5,
so maybe,
yes.
Should I go king e3? f6, king d3. I want him to.
That line was winning for white, though. He miscalculated that. That was winning because the king gets the e file and you get to g7.
Okay, king d4, c5. Aye.
Okay, still very
king
tricky.
E3.
King E3. Probably this is a draw, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's probably a draw, actually.
Okay. King D6, King D4, right?
Yeah. King D4 and F5 now is a draw, yeah?
No,
Probably.
he's
Maybe not. Actually,
he's
maybe
miscounting the tempos. It's not a draw. F5 takes 6, B6, King C6, King E5 takes here, C7, G6, D8, H6, E7, G7, boom, white won. Yes, as Gary Kasparov would say in his famous masterclass video. Like, that's what this is. It's not a draw. He's miscounting, actually, because F5 takes 6, B6, C6. Like, let me see if I can find that clip. There's a famous clip. Let me see if I can find it. Let me find it for you guys. Let me pull up another YouTube tab just because this will make for just to give you guys a reference. Where is it? Let me mute this. Okay. Here we go. I even have it. I even have the video paused. See, here we go. Let's pull this up. Okay. Let's unmute the tab. Okay. Just for good measure. Okay. Let's watch this very quickly.
Let's cover it. King G5, King C2, King F6, King B3, King E7, King C4, King D6, King B5, King C7, King A6. Boom. White lost, yes?
See, exactly. So that's the whole point. So F5 takes his B6, C6, E5, B6, B6, F5, C6, G6, D7, H6, E7, G7. Boom. White, black lost. Yes, exactly. But anyway, Kramnik miscounted the tempos. So let's keep going with the video.
King C5. Check.
Okay, King B7 is just a draw. Or no, King B7, King D6 might be winning. E5, B6, F5, C6. Yeah, it's winning.
F5. Okay, King B5.
Okay.
And then I want to take and come back.
No, whoa, wait, what was that? Isn't King A6 just winning? Whoa, wait a second, what? Wait.
And then I want to...
No, you go EF5, EF5, King A6, and white wins. What the heck? Wait. King A6 or EF5, either order. You go King A6 and you win.
Take and come back.
No, but now it's a draw.
Yeah, something tells me he was a little too strong. He was a little too strong for his level, but okay.
Okay, I think I have the game now. So just to show you guys, do I have that actual game? What is he talking about? He was completely winning with King A6. King A6 was completely winning. I mean, like, he was completely winning. He outplayed his opponent the whole game, and then he blunders this one move, and here we go with this rant.
Okay. Very strong. FIDE Masters. Let's check. I think it was very high level of play from some point on for him. Should be
He's
over
completely
90.
winning. I mean, what is this?
Yeah, 90.8, especially considering very bad opening. Well, what can you do if the guy is playing 90? From some point on, it was like 92 level, which is top 10 level. Okay, draw is good result. Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh no!
Not the first time.
Oh no!
So okay,
He's so wrong. He's so wrong. Yeah, I mean, does it show the graph here? The graph? Yeah, I mean, White was completely winning here. Just look at the graph. White was completely winning, and here he is. Meanwhile, just saying, like, I mean, this is insane. He outplays the guy who plays a very good endgame, completely winning. He doesn't go King A6, and immediately, yeah, the guy's playing too strong. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. I mean, just crazy. Completely winning the game. He plays a great game and he's completely winning, and then it's like, nope. Keep it going. Let's see. Well,
what can you do if the guy is playing 90? From some point on, it was like 92 level, which is top 10 level. Okay, draw is good result.
That's so wrong, by the way, because 91, 92, like, there are people who are like 1700 who can have a 91 or 92% accuracy. Like, Kramnik completely misunderstands what the accuracy function does. Completely misunderstands this. Totally misunderstands it.
Everything's fine. Not the first time. So okay, I'm waiting for.
I'm 1200.
Yes,
I have some 90
again
games.
if it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
My stream. I'm not quite sure. Let me have a look. Okay. Okay, it works. So let me continue. At least I didn't lose, which would be also possible. 1.5. It's okay. The start. It's okay. So not so much time now to have long games.
Yeah, this was on YouTube. I mean, this is like really bad. I'm gonna be honest, because like I can even set it up. I can even set up a position. Actually, I can pull up the game probably, right? Vladimir Kramnik. I can probably find it. Yeah, I can even find the game. It was a draw, right? Yeah, I can pull up the game just to show you guys. Let me change the scene, of course. Yeah, like this end game, I think he played it very well, right? G5 was actually the best move. I was wondering about G5, but he played 94. Okay, so here it's a draw. King E5 is a mistake. Okay, so too strong, but he blunders the game with King E5, as you can see from the bar. Then we got F6. Okay, King D3 wrong. B5's winning, but we still get, I think we get a transposition here, right? We get the transposition. Here we go. King C5. Here, B6, King D7. And by the way, also, here's another problem with the accuracy tool, because when you look at this position, King D7 is the best move according to the computer, but it's still a losing move, so it's going to give you a great accuracy, even though it's an only move and you're still losing the game. So we get this, King B5, perfect, takes, King C5. Oops. I mean, King A6 just wins the game. Completely winning the game, plus 35, and then it's like the guy's playing too strong. Guy's just playing too strong. I mean, it's really bad to see. It's sad. What do we have next though? Next up, what do we have? We have what do we have? Is this the next one? What's this?
Playing pretty well. I mean, fast and well. I mean, this is just ridiculous. How it's possible? I mean, like, they're just playing great chess. I mean, with having seconds. I mean, spending seconds simply. Just don't get it. I mean, are they using some bots or what? what do they use? I mean, just not blundering, nothing. I mean, like, simply perfect play. I mean, it's ridiculous or what? Are you crazy or what are you doing? I mean, guys, how do you manage it?
And there's no game. That's what's even better about it. There's no game. Yeah. There's no board. It's unreal, actually. How's there no board?
How do you manage this?
I just either the game against Amon or the game against Jose Martinez Alcantara.
How do you manage this, guys?
You can hear the desperate clicking too.
I mean, okay, I played badly, of course, I understand, but I mean, I don't understand how can they put such resistance? I mean, okay, 82, but it was basically 82 because he started to blunder, but actually it was much higher level before. I mean, it was really 85, 86. I mean, why cannot I just have an easy game? I mean, like, what is his rating?
By the way, apparently Kramnik has not been paying attention to my streams when I play Title Tuesday because it is very difficult. The reality is that everybody has gotten a lot better in chess. That is the reality, whether you like it or not. It sounds like me. It's like when I play someone, I'm like, man, why can't I get an easy game? Why am I playing Jose, or why am I playing like Ari and Tari in like round 5? Like, it's the exact same thing. He literally quoted me there. It's like I say the exact same thing, but the difference is I understand where chess has gone, and he doesn't understand that. That's the problem. So he thinks that it's like there's something wrong with the game because in the past it was true. You play some IM like a strong IM or a weak GM, and of course I'm being funny here, but you play like a weak GM like Amon Hamilton. You're like, he's weak. He's like 2,500 at best. How can he play so well? That's what's going on here.
I'm on Hambleton. What is his rating? I mean, not that I'm playing badly, yeah. I mean, I understand. Hambleton, something like that, yeah. Chess players, okay, FIDE ratings. What is your rating? 20, okay, 2500. That's okay. 25 is.
That's okay.
Yeah, that was his play more or less, yeah, on 2500. So that, I mean, if he would be 21 as usual, that would be so.
But see, here's where the big problem occurs, and this is where Kramnik does not understand the most important thing that's going on in modern day chess, which is that there are a lot of young kids who are getting very good, who started improving during the pandemic and did not have the chance to play over the board. Case in point, of course, would be the most famous player, Erman Armangedi, I think was his name, from Uzbekistan, whose rating in Rapid was 2000. His rating was 2000, and he drew a game against Jan Nepomniachtchi, who's like the third or fourth best player in the entire world. And this is where Kramnik seems to not understand that when it comes to these kids, there are a lot of these kids who've gotten really good who have not had the opportunities to play over the board, and we're going to see it. I will predict that within the next couple of years, you're going to see a lot of these kids who right now are not known, who are playing really well online, and I do think you're going to see a lot of them at the top of the leaderboards in the World Rapid and Blitz if they're able to play in the future. So like some of these players like Kazakh Fighter, who I played, there was another one who Magnus played yesterday, entitled Tuesday. I think a lot of these kids that you're seeing get really good online, you are going to see them performing and being near the top of the leaderboard in the World and Rapid championships in the next couple of years. I do think it's going to happen. And I think that's the biggest thing that Kramnik does not understand about the whole issue, is that the ratings are not correct. That's the problem right now.
Vasily, okay, Vasily, let's go.
And like just the game, I mean, I can go through the game quickly because we have this game. This was Aman versus Vladimir, of course. Aman, very strong player, by the way. Aman has, I don't know if he's ever beaten me in Title Tuesday, but he's definitely beaten Daniel Naroditsky amongst others. And this, like, what is this? Aman plays a typical London. Okay, pretty normal. I don't really see anything special about this. Okay, H4. By the way, if Kramnik wants to be mad at anybody, you know who he should be mad at, is he should be mad at none other than the current the former world chess champion Magnus Carlsen, because Magnus in a lot of these Carlsbad / exchange Carl competitions has shown the power of playing these G3 H4 ideas. So if he should be mad at anybody, he should be mad at Magnus for showing how to play the position. Okay, Aman very low on time, but Aman has a good position here. He's got a good position, but probably he blunders due to the time control. Okay, takes 94, takes. Feels like something went wrong around here. Maybe here H5 is best, I guess, but takes, queen E5. Okay, and Kramnik just outplays him in the endgame, right? Yeah, just outplays him in the endgame. Aman gets too low. Nothing super special, and eventually Aman actually plays. Oh, Aman blunders. Oh, Kramnik misses. Oh my gosh, Kramnik misses rook d7. Goes here. Okay. All right. Okay. And now Kramnik's up 2 pawns, and eventually he wins the position. Yeah, it's no, I mean, it's there's nothing really weird about this game at all. It's pretty normal game in general. Nothing crazy to it. So yeah, it's, and I mean, I assume what Kramnik is mad about with this game is that Aman starts playing moves very quickly. Excuse me, let me drink some water 1 second. But we get rook g6, king h1, check. Okay, Kramnik doesn't build a bridge. I'm not sure why he doesn't just build the not king g4, of course, but he doesn't build the classic bridge with rook f5. At any rate, he doesn't do that, but game goes on. Eventually he wins this game. Yeah, and that's that. So if Kramnik lost, I wonder if this game is still normal. Probably not. But the fact is, this is modern day chess for you. This is just how modern day chess goes. Like a lot of these ideas, you see them in games like the London, specifically London or Exchange Karo Khan. These structures with like G3 H4, all these ideas are very well known at this point, and that's what happens. Like players improve, the game moves on, and I mean, I hope that Kramnik realizes that at some point, because I really don't know what his purpose or goal is now, because it all just seems really out there. And anybody who even draws against him, suddenly they're cheating. I mean, it's just not, it's not good for anybody to see this. So Yeah, very, very bad. Very, very bad. And I really, I don't know when, but I feel like the top players at some point are going to have to say something about this, or FIDE is going to have to do something, because the longer this continues, eventually it's going to become an issue for chess. It really is going to become an issue down the road, because even if you want to say it's even if you want to say it's like he's trolling or whatever, the fact is he is a former world chess champion. There are going to be people who take what he says seriously. That is just the reality. So one can hope that basically people stop giving him a voice, because it's clear that if he doesn't do well in a game, he assumes that everyone's much worse than him. He's got to win every game. And it's fine to believe that you're really great at chess, but you have to acknowledge that players are improving, the game is changing. And for someone like Kramnik, he's now 48 years old. He's about a decade, give or take, removed from the, maybe it's not a decade, it's probably like 6 or 7 years. But he has not been playing competitive chess for a long time. And as I also said, the pandemic changed the game of chess. And I do think that in the future, we're going to see these players, if they're able to play over the board, the ratings going up. I think the biggest problem right now, and I don't know how FIDE necessarily can address this, but the biggest problem right now is that the ratings are just wrong. It's very clear to me that something is off, whether it's that the kids who play aren't playing over the board, or they're just like, and because it's too prohibitive, or they just don't have the opportunities because of where they're located. There's something wrong with the rating system, and assuming that the ratings are correct, in my opinion, is the biggest mistake that everybody is making currently, because they are not correct. As we saw from the World Rapid and Blitz, where you had people rated 2,000 drawing against Nepo, you had that in the Rapid and the Blitz. There was someone else who was like 2,000, who was also, I think, drawing top players. There's also Roman Shogdaziev, whose rating was like 2,000 as well. So I think that at the end of the day, we're going to be seeing, we're going to have to sort of acknowledge that the ratings are wrong. The ratings are wrong, and I don't really know how that's going to get corrected necessarily. I mean, there are plenty of Indian players who are insanely good. Like there's Karthik. I mean, there are just so many good players everywhere. And also, you see Magnus playing against these 2600s. Like, there are no easy games. Lenier Dominguez played the classical tournament in Sitges. He played an 1800 rated player in, I think, the third round, and the game was equal for the first 20 plus moves. First 20 moves, the game was equal, and this is someone rated 1800. So to me, it's abundantly clear that there's a problem with the rating system currently, and whether it's because people can't play because of where they're located, or just because they played a lot online during the pandemic and improved without over the board, that it needs to be addressed. I think that's the biggest issue, because now when someone plays online, even I'm guilty of doing this, you immediately go and you go to the FIDE page and you look at a rating, and you're like, wait a second, he's like 2300. He can't be playing like a 25 or 2600. But if the rating is wrong and it's not adjusted correctly, of course it's possible for somebody playing at that level. But we automatically assume that the ratings are correct, when I think the ratings are simply wrong. And I do hope that FIDE addresses it at some point, because it's very clear to me that that's what's driving this narrative, is because everybody looks at the ratings, assumes they're correct, and then they get really pissed off when they draw with some guy who's like 2300 over the board. You're like, he's 2300, he can't draw, when in reality he might be 2500 or playing at 2600 level. So I don't know how you fix the rating system at this point. I don't know what the solution is, but it's very clear that the rating system is not correct. Very, very clear. And even in the games I showed the other day that Roman Shogdaziev played, he's 8 years old. His rating is like 1900 or 2000. He played against 1500s in the Asian Under 8 Championship, and he got smoked in 2 games by 1500 rated players who were not 1500. They were playing at least at a 23 or 2400 level, which is 800, 900 points higher than the rating at 1500 was. So there's something wrong. I don't know how you address it, but I think assuming the ratings are correct at this point is just a big fallacy, because they aren't correct. It's very clear. They're just not right. And hopefully they get corrected at some point, but who knows what the future holds. I don't know if you can increase the K factor necessarily, but yeah, it's really unclear, really murky at the moment what the situation is. So, all right.